like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check safety, check safety. Show it even.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Ready. Blue 8. 51. Even.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch the twist. Watch out, watch out. Wait. Easy. Flip it. Hey, 51, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, black 22. Cut. Tighten up. Check 43. Switch it. Clear. Switch.
On second down now, Mixon.
Go, run.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
He's checking. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of...
Ready.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Watch the slant. Check Nick.
Now Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player is just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. On third down, Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Jameis to throw it. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston, he gets this one to Boyd. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Throwing, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
No, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even. Jim, come on. Sunday. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready? Black, what is that? Hey, watch your leg.
To throw is Winston. Green brings it in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there, and give them a first down.
50 seconds. I'm coming. Regular.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
57 mark. Point it right. Go.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, Mike 57. Yeah. Slam. Run. Hey, Foxtrot. Pistol. Done.
On second and 7, Mayfield looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's out to Chubb, complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They run. Chubb. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Now Chubb. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up near the 42. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He finds his running back, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A second down throw for Winston. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. This pass complete to Higgins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Check. Hey, 133.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running the jet sweep, Landry, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On 2nd and 12, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here.
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That one good for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Oh, you got deep? Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. 4 down. 5-0. Mike 50. 3 buzz.
From the 44, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Wait.
Working out of the gun. Winston. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
Now Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They go play action here on first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
Now Scarborough. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the run. They're running it.
A first down throw for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Browns.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and
Three. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 38-yard.
a good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Check.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. On their own side of the field, close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give them credit for that one.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bengals' 40-yard line.
Run. Hey, exit. I'm going to come back.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Winston to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 67 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop in behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, watch it, watch it. No. Off. Hey, we're 33.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now he's got it at the 15. 15 before they drop it. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. One last shot now for Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Let's go.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.